Mark,
Hey, I got something sticky on my phone.
really? What is
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. I just got done eating dinner.
Okay.
Trying to fix it now.
Um, excuse me. We are fully a year now into the absolute universe, and we are closing in on issue number 12 of Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you have a love-hate relationship with this comic, but we'll explain all of that right after this. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're alerted whenever we upload new content. Hit the like button, that little thumbs up right down below here, and leave us a comment so we let us know how we're doing. So yeah, we are 12 issues in now. This is a full year into Absolute Wonder Woman. We're ending the second uh, story arc, as my mother's made me. This is part 5 of 5, um, with the double credits at the end of the book this time. But we basically end. We begin where we ended the last issue, basically.
We sure do, Paul.
Mhm.
We sure do. She's in the maze. Things are going bad. What's her name? Clea?
Cleo.
Clea's all mad that she stole her trident and threw it down her little prison well.
Right.
Ferdinand's on the run. There's another Amazon that we ran into that's on the run with Ferdinand. Wonder Woman's facing down the Menfish or Fishmen, however you want to put it. They'll answer to either or, and it's her against Clea. Now she just brought back up that wonderful trident, but now it's made out of like hard water, and now it's just something else is happening. And
Yes. And we are specifically told that it is an Atlantean trident, and Clea is an Atlantean, and so we know Atlantis exists in the absolute universe. And
confirmed.
and she makes this comment about, are there other people that might be, are there other survivors besides just her? Who knows?
I think by the end of this, we're going to have an assumption that it'll be safe to say there's a lot more to this
Oh, yeah,
absolute world than we thought when we started.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
yeah, it starts out right there in the maze, and she's using that trident, and she's just hacking and slashing away at the fishmen, and she's putting it to them. She's throwing the trident, and hitting them. Saves Ferdinand, and she gets clubbered right across the face by Clea, who said, you took my siren, you took my spear." If you remember in the previous issue, the girl that Ferdinand, when she met Ferdinand, he was in the act of saving a siren that they've already spirited out of the labyrinth, who's back at the
Yeah.
not Hall of Justice.
Yeah, exactly. The anti Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
Um, she takes this rock. She empowers this rock with some magic. She throws the rock, tells Ferdinand to follow it, basically. So she's
Yeah.
playing Ferdinand.
Get my Amazonian sister, follow the glowing rock. It'll lead you to a door. Go through the door, close it. I got this. I'll figure out my own way out. I don't want to leave you. My Minotaur head says to stay here and help you. It's like, no, you and your Minotaur head, go. So he does. He trusts the process. He trusts the science, and he takes off, follows the magic rock.
Yes, and the magic rock leads them to where Steve Trevor and everybody else is in the anti Hall of Justice, and the gateway closes behind them, and everyone is like, "Oh no, Diana's lost. Where is she?"
Now, as soon as they step through, they all fall to their knees,
Right.
holding their ears. There's this loud shrieking sound, and lo and behold, just right outside in the little pond is the siren, just out there screaming to the high heavens. And Ferdinand gets out there in an act of utter compassion. He gets out there and comforts her, and she kind of turns off the siren song, and they're safe and sound at that point, which is good to know.
Then we have the final heart between Diana and Cleo, basically with Diana saying, "Look, I know what it's like to be the last person of your race and everything, but I'm only going to forgive you once for the fact that you did horrible things to people just because you were the last
Yeah, you're
person of your
trapped
race."
in this labyrinth. God only knows how long. Like, I don't blame you for all of this, but I'm going to give you a chance. It doesn't have to be like this moving forward. From here on out, any of your actions are of yours and your own, because not only is Diana being compassionate to her as she's saying all this, The room's filling up with water. If you remember a couple of issues ago when Diana was looking at all these survivors inside this labyrinth, they showed her where they were trying to mine their way out of this maze, and they had all these different tunnels, one of which went to the ocean, and they had to stop and seal it off before they drowned. And Diana thought, light bulb, if she's Atlantean, I can go just crack that seal and get her out of here. I can get her back to her home if I can just get my people out of here first. And so she's seeing the ocean rising up around her, and she's like, yo, you're kidding me. There's ocean? We got ocean here?
Exactly. She's like, yes, there's real ocean here.
Real ocean.
Right. And so she takes the trident. She swims with the trident, and they basically escape.
Yeah, she leads her out along with the fishmen. But on the other end of the labyrinth, as it's filling up, we have our Amazonian sister who is waiting there with the magic rock of science. And she sees the water coming. She's like, all right, I guess Diana will find her own way out. Steps through the doorway, and the second she does, just in a magic bolt of lightning X-ray cartoon effect where you can see her skeleton just kaplowy, and she turns to dust in front of Steve Trevor and everybody who's on the other side. And they're like, wait, what?
Yeah, just picture her eyeballs like going.
Exactly. It's like something out of Jim Carrey's The Mask. You know,
yeah,
lights
exactly.
up and you can see the skeleton.
Yeah, lightning provided by Acme.
Yeah, exactly. About that time, Wonder Woman is emerging from the ocean right outside of Gateway City Harbor. She looks around, she sees the fishmen swimming off with Cleo, and she's thinking to herself, man, I hope that was a smart idea. This woman was a psychopath. I'm hoping it was environment-induced psychosis. But like Wonder Woman points out, all the other people in there sure didn't act like that. So maybe we'll see more of her in the future in this title, or maybe another title. It is Atlantean after all. Could we get absolute Aquaman and make this a very happy guy?
Exactly. Diana is wondering about what exactly would happen to Io. We have they're all playing, they don't know what happened to her, but they pray to the gods to say, just, send us a sign that she's okay. And in traditional biblical signs, a dove with a olive branch shows up.
Yeah, so they Wonder Woman got back to the Knot Hall of Justice. She's like, yo, where's Io? They're like, she's that pile of ash right there. That pile of ash. We don't know what happened. She walked in here, Acme eyes, skeleton, ash. It's like, oh no.
Right.
But about that time, we flash over and she looks like she flashes into what at first I thought was going to be Mount Olympus. We see great white halls with all I assume would be Marvel with statues carved everywhere. And she looks up and someone says, Io? And it's none other than freaking Hippolyta on Paradise Island, where she informs her that I've met your daughter, Diana lives.
Mm-hmm.
So the War of the Gods did not go how we assumed after issue 1. The gods did not kill them all, leaving only Diana. All of the mascara is right here. Right here.
Right. And because Diana lives, there was much rejoicing in Paradise Island.
Yeah, they said ring the bell.
Ring the bells and everything, right?
Yeah.
And then so that's kind of the end of the story. Then we get the double page spread that has the title and everything, but it's not the end of the story.
That was the intro. Yeah, that was the intro. You get the
yeah, exactly.
Longest intro ever.
Because we go back to the Area 41, the Black site. And we see Dr. Poison again having some discussions about how she needs a new suit and everything. And so they decided they're going to give her a new suit. But they're going to use her for some very specific things. And they tell her to give her I can't remember the words that they use, but kind of like a prototype almost, or like, give her like the cheapest suit we have, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Gen 1 suit.
Yeah, the Gen 1 suit.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, she kept complaining about her suit not giving her the what is it called? Like when you're able to move your phalanges really good.
Yeah.
She can't move good in it. She can't conduct good experiments. And they were mad about like having just lost the labyrinth and stuff. It's like, well, if you give me a better suit, I can do more stuff for you. And they're not happy with how her interaction with Wonder Woman went, but they caved. They're like, yeah, we'll give you a better suit. We're going to move you to Project SS1 or something like that.
Correct. And so then we get a shot of inside SS1, and we see a whole bunch of glass cages, that looks like we may have Giganta maybe in one of them. Looks like we may have the cheetah because there's a tail and the one all the way off to the right.
Yeah, you see the little furry tail right there. You see Zool right here. Yeah, it says Zool up here on her cage.
Yep.
You see this crocodilian lady, this really good looking crocodilian with the blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Abe Sapien back there.
Right.
Hashtag Shape of Water confirmed.
And then we get the final person who is in SS1.
Yeah, it said it looks like you're finally going to go outside after all because I'm going to send you to kill a witch. Zatanna.
Right.
Yeah. We get Zatanna.
And we're getting absolute Zatanna as well. So the reason why I thought you would have a love-hate relationship with this group is with this title is because one, SS1 to me has got to be Suicide Squad.
I wish.
You know, to me, I mean, that's the way I took it. SS1 was the Suicide Squad, but
it is that time of year.
It is, but knowing maybe in the Absolute universe, Zatanna doesn't speak backwards.
I gotta hope not. How goofy would it be if they get to reinvent Zatanna from the ground up and they still have her? Well, not even the fact that she talks backwards to cast spells, but they write words backwards in comics.
Right?
How goofy would that be?
Yeah.
I love Zatanna. Such a cool character. Love her father, Zatara. Went out like the homie back in Swamp Thing back in the day. But writing words backwards in a comic book makes zero sense. It makes less than 0 sense.
So we'll see where this goes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I agree. I'm somewhat kidding because I'm hoping that they don't have her talk backwards either, because that would be
everybody.
If they have a chance
to read backwards.
They have a chance to redo, like you said, they have a chance to redo it and start from scratch.
Dude, I bet you casual comic readers that pick up Zatanna, I bet they don't even sit there and make out what she's saying. They just see that she's speaking backwards and just glaze past it. Like I'm not capable of doing that. Like if I've tried that with Zatanna books, and I'm like, I'll get 3 pages farther, like, oh my God. And I'll go back and have to like, all right, what did she say? It really messes up the reading experience.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. But I was super happy with this issue, man. This is what our 3rd story arc in the Wonder Woman absolutely just wrapped up, and it's been one of the strongest books by far. Like that's what's great about this world. Every time a new book drops, your ranking changes, and that's amazing that they're all so enjoyable, except for Martian Manhunter, that your ranking shifts on a regular basis. But this has been kind of the noticeably weaker story, but this finale came through and kind of pieced it all together really, really well, that if you did this in one sitting, it would just be like just a major buildup all the way to this massive payoff finale. And it was only like what, like 4 issue story arc, 3, something like that.
This one was a 5-issue story arc.
There you go.
They did 5. They did the first 5, and then they did a 2-issue, I think, little.
Yeah, with that painted cover, that painted one. Yeah, that was, where the little okey doke on Hades. That was that was special.
Mm-hmm. Now, next week we have Absolute Green Lantern.
Okay.
Absolute Superman 12.
Let's go.
And Absolute Evil.
Absolute Evil. There it is. Yeah. Hawkman's rolling in. Green Arrow's rolling in that. Right. Yeah. It's got a really cool cover too with all their hands in there.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Big week next week. And also, if you didn't, I know that I think we covered one of the issues in one of the previous episodes, but make sure you check out Superman number 30 as well, because that came out this past week as well.
Yeah,
so,
we'll definitely have talked that.
Yeah.
Last night on that week's end, because my God, if that wasn't the read of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So
part 3 of the Legion of Darkseid.
Exactly. But again, don't forget, subscribe, like, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, all those good things. But that's going to be it for this edition of DC Comics Deep Dive. I am Paul. He is Mark.
But we are Legion.
And you're now living Sector 2815.